Good afternoon. Fast or slow? First you crawl, then you walk, then you run. Therefore, your motto is stillness precedes motion, slowness precedes speed, softness precedes strength. Because stillness, slowness, softness are the foundations of motion, speed, and strength. Fast or slow? Slowness precedes strength. Now we practice in the Yang style, Yang Ching Fu, 108 movements, we practice the long, slow form. Usually, in normal practice speed, it's around between 20 and 23 minutes. It can be slower, or, as I would like to discuss today, it can be faster. Now, in terms of self-defense and martial art, at some point during your training of Tai Chi Chuan, it's necessary to practice with some speed. Now, my teacher, the principle, one of his major principles was to conduct the thread, invisible thread that connects all the movements in the 108 form. All the movements are connected by an invisible thread, silk thread. Okay? Now what we want is not to break the thread. So we don't want any staccato movements. All the movements are even, connected, smooth, no abruptions. Okay? So this is not easy if you try to practice the form faster. Once my teacher did it in about 8 minutes, which was quite remarkable because that's almost 1/3 of the usual speed. And one practices to keep those connections, the form like that. Now in push hands, of course, you can do faster movements. You can suddenly push out your opponent, or depending on the style of push hands that you practice, the style that we practice, the idea is to just move the partner off of balance. And we usually stop at that point, because in a combat situation, as soon as they're off balance, well, that's when you apply a fa jing or similar technique. So fast or slow. Now, what the slow does is it precedes the strength. It builds the strength, the speed, excuse me. It creates the speed. It's rather like taking an arrow and pulling the bow. Now we pull, and the arrow, not that fast, and the arrow goes very fast. That's similar to that, if you understand my metaphor. So this slowness precedes speed. If you want to get fast really quick, practice Wu Ji standing. Believe it or not, it's just amazing. Practice this for a while and you will see your speed increase. And this confirms the principle of yin and yang. That yin pushed to extreme transforms into yang. So here we go, stillness. Stillness precedes movement. From the Wu Ji. Also, of course, as I mentioned, practicing the form very slow. Now you can practice the form very, very slow. It's possible. It brings all kinds of benefits. It's very difficult. But you can go to 40 minutes with the form. Perhaps even longer. It depends on your level. Now I've never gone more than 40 minutes, but believe me, at 40 minutes I was covered in sweat and almost like trembling. I mean, it's a tremendous effort. I haven't done it for a while, perhaps I should. So those are variants that you can try, faster and slower. It's important to vary your practice, to try different things. Okay? So I will do another video on the other aspects here of the speed precedes strength, slowness precedes speed, softness precedes strength, and I always get these three mixed up, I'm sorry, and stillness, well, I just mentioned, precedes motion. Okay? So you want to increase your emotion, your speed, you practice stillness, as I just mentioned. Softness precedes speed, and slowness precedes speed, and softness precedes strength. So when we practice the forms, very soft. Soft, slow, connected. And it brings marvelous results. As you can experiment and verify for yourself. It's important that you are the crucible of all this. The individual in Tai Chi is very important. And we can take all this information and make it our own. This is what we want. As I've mentioned before, to get the yin-yang inside of the body so you could feel all these different variants and all these different possibilities. Tai Chi is a vast field full of marvels. I love it, and hope you do too. See you soon. Bye.